welcome back to Peyton's Pantry. Today my co-host Sam and I will be making a dish using the Mediterranean delicacy, fava beans.
Thanks, Peyton. Yes, and we also have a special treat to go along with it, a history lesson. The earliest known usage for fava beans was by the Greeks in early politics for marking ballots and elections in community decisions.
Wow, that's some advanced stuff. Did you know that fava beans actually have a dark side?
What is it?
It occurs when our bodies don't have enough of the G6PD enzyme.
G6PD enzyme?
Yes, this enzyme helps to keep out unwanted guests in our red blood cells, and when people have a low amount of it, they develop a disease called favism. Favism causes anemia, and if severe enough, it can cause death, and it's most common in North Africa and Southern Europe.
Why is that?
It's because that's where it's cultivated and is most consumed.
Wow, that's crazy. Then why are we cooking with it today?
Because we have lots to learn from this single plant. Alright everybody, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Are you sick and tired of getting malaria? Well, go ahead and order the anti-malaria drug today. Our soldiers need it. They can't survive the mosquitoes in Korea. Be the one who saves the soldier's life. Side effects include lack of G6PD, bursting of red blood cells, and in some cases, death.
And we're back, and just in time too, because our dish is almost complete.
Wow, it looks delicious. Were you thinking of serving it with anything else?
Yeah, I was actually thinking of serving it with this fruit here.
That's funny that you say that. Did you know that the purpose of plants developing fruit is to spread their seeds?
Well, I know now.
And that's why ripe fruit is easy to pick, because the plant doesn't want you to pick it until the seeds within have finished developing.
Plants also use chemicals to avoid being overeaten. Plants like clover and soy contain phytoestrogen, which mimics the effects of estrogen that impede on the reproductive capability. And raw cassava plants contain a high amount of cyanide during drought when it needs protection against predators.
Okay, wow, way to one-up my facts.
Peyton, it's getting a little toasty in here.
Yeah, I'll go turn on the AC.
Do you know why the AC was invented?
Enlighten me.
Dr. Gorey discovered that those who were in an environment that was hot and humid had more cases of malaria than environments that were cold. Taking those findings, he made a contraption that pumped cold air into the malaria ward of hospitals, and it was also placed into homes. This decreased the chances of getting malaria because people would stay inside their home with the windows closed.
Wow, thank goodness for Dr. Gorey, because I don't know what I would do without my AC.
And we're going to be taking another commercial break. We'll be right back.
Are you a free radical? Is Mother Nature giving you a hard time finding a match? Because like most free radicals, we have unpaired electrons. If you're looking for a chemical reaction, join now. freeradicals.com. It's easy, fast, and free.
Welcome back, and joining us today on this special edition of Fava Beans is scientist Dr. Ashley Bates.
That's right, Peyton. She's a world-renowned expert on beans and has dedicated her life and research to understand them and their effects on us.
Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Bates. Thanks for having me. So Ashley, what are some effects of eating fava beans?
Well, eating too many fava beans can actually lead to hemolytic anemia, which is the bursting of red blood cells. It particularly affects individuals that have the G6DP deficiency, and they're susceptible to free radical bonding in their red blood cells, which causes the anemia. Eating fava beans increases free radicals in the body.
Why is G6PD deficiency more common in males than females?
Well, the mutation of the G6PD gene is on the X chromosome, which males only have one of. This means that all the red blood cells would have to have the G6PD deficiency.
What are problems associated with selectively breeding toxins in and out of our crops?
Well, if you selectively breed the toxins out of the crops, it leaves the plants more vulnerable to predators. It may benefit humans, but it leaves them more vulnerable in the fields. However, breeding the toxins into plants can result in them being more deadly. For example, farmers in the 1960s worked to breed blight-resistant potatoes, which were successful in making blight-resistant potatoes, but they're overwhelming amounts of toxin called solanine, which is deadly to humans.
Can you describe the connection between fava beans, G6PD deficiency, and malaria?
Sure. People who have the G6PD deficiency have favism, which is evolutionary from eating fava beans. Those with favism have no protection from free radicals, which eventually causes hemolytic anemia. However, because malaria attacks red blood cells, those who don't have favism are protected because their red blood cells can't host the malaria parasites.
All right, folks, that's all we have time for, but thank you so much, Dr. Bates, for coming and teaching us more about fava beans.
Anytime.